What if the most terrifying monster you will ever face is the one you have refused to name? It lives in the unlit corners of your mind, a shapeless dread, a vortex of anxiety that whispers your name in the dark. You feel its presence, but you refuse to look at it. You believe that to name it, it is to give it power. But the Stoics, those fearless cartographers of the soul, knew the opposite is true. An unnamed fear is a phantom that holds absolute power over you. To name it is the first act of war, the first step toward mastering it. Here is why. First, you must understand that naming is an act of summoning. A shapeless fear is an occupying army that moves in the fog, striking from any direction at any time. You cannot fight an enemy you cannot see. When you take up your pen and write down the name of your fear, I am afraid of failing at my new role. I am afraid of being abandoned. I am afraid of my own mortality. You are not creating the monster. You are summoning it out of the fog and onto a battlefield of your own choosing. You are forcing the phantom to take a form. The act of writing its name is a declaration. I see you. I will no longer pretend you are not here. The battle begins now on my terms. Second, a named fear is a finite enemy. As long as your fear remains a vague, churning feeling in your gut, it is infinite. It has no borders, no weaknesses, no defined shape. It can be anything and everything. But the moment you give it a name, you give it a boundary. The fear is no longer a boundless ocean of dread. It is a specific, defined problem. Fear of public speaking is a problem that has a solution. It has techniques, practices, and strategies that can be deployed against it. An unnamed terror of being seen is a paralyzing state of being. The act of naming transforms the fear from a mythical beast into a tactical problem. And a tactical problem can be solved. Third, naming allows you to apply the scalpel of reason. You cannot reason with a feeling. You can only feel it. But you can, and you must, reason with a sentence written on a page. Once your fear is named, it is no longer a part of you. It is an object of your study. You can hold it at a distance and dissect it. You can apply Stoic tools. You can ask, is the object of this fear within my control or outside of it? You will find, as the Stoics did, that almost all fear is rooted in an obsession with things you cannot control. The opinions of others, the future, the past. By naming the fear, you are able to apply this ruthless logic, separating the irrational panic from the small kernel of reality. You are no longer the prisoner of the fear. You are its interrogator. Fourth, naming is the ultimate act of taking command. The unnamed fear is the master of a haunted house, and you are merely its terrified resident. When you name the fear, you are declaring that you are the rightful owner of the house. You are acknowledging its presence, but you are refusing to grant it authority. This act asserts the proper hierarchy of the mind. Your reason, your hypoheresis, is the master. Your fears are merely subjects, loud, unruly, and often mistaken, but subjects nonetheless. They are allowed to have a voice, but they are not allowed to sit on the throne. Do not allow your fears to remain nameless ghosts. It is the greatest tactical error you can make in the war for your own soul. Have the courage to turn on the light, to face the shadow, and to call it by its true name. The first word of your liberation is the name of your fear.